What's up, y'all? It's just Rhonda, and I'm just going to get into Ready to Love. The conversation continues. This time we're talking to Demonte. Now, Demonte was over there on Shayna's channel, and he did an interview with her, and it was really good. I'm gonna put the link in the description box because you definitely want to get over there and hear Demonte's story. Now, he came in there as this fashion stylist, photographer, and a long list of other things that I won't get into just yet. But what he didn't come in as a middle school teacher. Demonte, you should have come over here as a middle school teacher. You know why? Because that's what you are. You're a middle school teacher with aspirations of being a fashion stylist, designer, photographer, videographer, and so much more. I think being a teacher is something to be proud of. You got Justin over here that came in as the PE teacher. I mean, he fine now. I'm just saying. I don't think there's anything wrong. I think if you are coming over here to find love, Demonte, then you should bring your real self. You're not proud of your real self. And if your real self would sit still and I don't want to say take your time, like in a way that you have to stop pursuing your dream, because I think that part is actually very dope. It's just pretending to be this thing that you're not. That's very much a turnoff. You came in, you had some conversations with some of the girls. Mika over here thought you reminded her of the Nutcracker, and you were salty about that. Sassy even. And I'm gonna say this, Demonte, you've chosen this career as a fashion stylist. Unfortunately, people judge men based on their career choices. I don't agree with it, but I think, it is what it is. If you're going to be bold and step outside the box, then you have to be prepared for people to criticize, because people are not comfortable. People are uncomfortable with things that are a little over the top. Unless you find that person that's very much into it. I feel like Sierra was over the top in a very good way. But she did come across as somebody who was in the industry. So, and I think, like, based on what I've seen on your Instagram, you like a good suit. So you clearly like clothes. I just don't think you know what you're doing. And you're over here pretending to be child. I mean, I guess your suit was not everybody's taste. I'm gonna go ahead and say that. You should have came as this guy, the school teacher, with a nice suit on, and give the ladies a chance to like ease them in on that whole outside the box thing. I think women are looking for a man that matches their energy, that matches their vibe, I think. Especially in this environment. They're looking for somebody tall and handsome, and if you're gonna wear a nice suit, and then most of them do, a lot of them do show up with nice suits on. I feel like none of them, except for Demonte, I would say Dominic and Chaz, have put forth the effort to look nice for these ladies. I'm gonna give you that. But like I said, you come outside the box and the woman is like, I can't picture myself walking down the street with this guy dressed as the Nutcracker. It just wasn't given, like, it was given, I don't know, something different. And that's okay, because it's your style. And if you're going to stand in it, stand in it. But you also have to be ready for people to judge it. Because that's what people do. They're judging. You could have showed up in basketball shorts and, $200 Nikes, and somebody would have been like, why did he put some clothes on? So after a few warm-up questions, she got straight into what was up with that conversation with you in April and the whole bad credit. Because the people that put it out here in the streets that you don't have good credit. Now, one thing I will say about this season, the guys on this season, they will swerve a question like a squiggly snake. April, come to find out, went to high school with DeMonte. So I feel like DeMonte seeing her was like, oh shit, like she knows me, knows me. She knows I'm full of it right now. And so I don't know what he was over there telling her, but it doesn't take much, and he does explain a lot without without being asked. I feel like a lot of talking sometimes just gets you into trouble because you're trying to create this story. And it feels like a lot of the time you be creating a story on the fly. I mean, first time she asked the question, he kind of gave her, oh, they cut out the whole day. You didn't see the whole thing. Like, I was trying to explain to her, like, how I'm building an empire and how I'm doing a lot of things. And I got so much going on. There's a whole lot on my plate. And yeah, so that's where that came from. They just didn't show you the whole thing. And so she put the swerve on him. He put the swerve on her. She put the swerve right back on him. Distraction, even. She asked him if he would date April, and he stumbled and bumbled over his words and was and based on what the people said, and I pretty much it would have been interesting. And she was like, so no? And he's like, yeah, pretty much no. Pretty much no. April, where you at? You've been out for a minute. You're not doing any interviews? I didn't think she would. Maybe she'll come around and do some, but I didn't expect her to. Lamar probably will. So while he's distracted by the whole would you go out with April thing, she came back around with us. So then how did the whole credit thing come up though? Like, so he goes into, listen, I grew up in the hood and it was really rough over there where I grew up with my mother was a single mother and my grandmother. And I was like, how far back are we going? You are a college educated man. You have officially broken the cycle. Usually that's why people are like, I'm the first person in my family to go to college. You went to college, you pledged whatever fraternity you pledged over there. And at this point, I don't think people are holding your past where you came from against you. That's when you were a child. You're a grown man and you're a middle school teacher and you wear a lot of nice suits so you don't look like somebody who has bad credit. I guess that just goes to show you if niggas be flossing out here pretending. Maybe if you took some of that suit money and paid your credit off, you would be having a different conversation. That's all I'm saying. Your investment's not making sense. He tried to swerve it with that whole when I grew up, it was a rough time story, but she kept it coming. She was like, well, what were you working on? What were all these things that you were working on? You were building an empire. So what were you working on that had you so, busy that she would think your credit, like, explain it to me. He was working on a fashion show. It's the 5th anniversary of his LLC company, something style. I don't remember. Balances, elements. There's elements of style. That's what it is. Elements of style. Then he had another book release, long pause, party. I was like, is it a book release or is it a party? Or is it a book release party for the old book or for a new book? No details on that. Then there's a play he wrote. He was working on a play. I did not know he was a playwright. I knew he was a stylist. I knew he was a photographer. I did not know about the book, and I did not know about him writing plays. Now, he's told this story, that made absolutely no sense to me. First of all, he's blue check verified. If you did not know that, that's very important information. So when you look for him on Instagram, you need to know that he's blue check verified. So Ralph Lauren hit him up. That's what he said. Ralph Lauren hit him up. He said the director of marketing over at Ralph Lauren saw his content and they really liked it, and they decided that, and he's going to help out, and he's been commissioned to wear some of their cologne. And I'm like, why? From your content, you look like you smell good, so they want you to do. All right. I know he has about 3,200 followers, and he's blue check verified. Now I don't know that that's enough followers to catch the eye of the marketing director at Ralph Lauren, but get me one of those checks. It's got to be the check. I'm gonna get me one of those checks. I don't know what I need people to be checking off for, but hey, if Ralph Lauren is calling people up, the hell. Ultimately, as far as love is concerned, there wasn't like really nothing over there for him. These people over there didn't really understand him. They didn't get a chance to know who he really is. If he's being honest, he prefers an older woman that's like looks like Nicole Murphy and is interested in helping him clean his credit up. You work together, you get these things taken care of, and help you get your credit clean. You can't be fooling with these young girls out here because they out here trying to get you to do things for them. When you get you an old girl, she help you get your credit up. I want to slap him when he said that. So Ciara, that was a stylist last season. When you go to her page, first of all, she's got 24,000 followers and she's not verified. But what she is partnered with Balenciaga and probably some other high-end brands. So when you go to her page and she's posted in clothing that she is marketing, you click on it, and you know how it works. You click on it, it tells you what it is. You go over there to Balenciaga, a high-end brand, and you can see how much it is and if you want to purchase it. Just like that. Oh, I love that jacket. Whose jacket is that? Click on it, boom, go get it. Over there in DeMonte's page, he's wearing a lot of suits. And when you click on the page, nothing happens. I don't know whose suit it is, where it came from, how much it is. I can't find it because he's not promoting it. So I don't know if he's purchasing these suits or I don't know. He's not marketing anything over there. So the whole fashion thing had me a little annoyed because I'll tell you a little story. Before I went to cosmetology school, I actually went to fashion school in Atlanta and have a little bit of knowledge of how the fashion industry works. There was even this one time, 2008, season 5, I went to Miami and auditioned for Project Runway. Boy, was that a disappointment. You fill out this application, it's about 30 pages long. I worked my little fingers to the bone with the, I don't know, like 6, 8 garments that I took over there. They don't want you to bring a whole lot of stuff. I had my stuff all in my garment bag. I was so proud. The lady like unzipped it a little bit, peeked in there, and was like, whoop, thank you. I stood in line all that time just for her to blow me up. One thing I will say that I did not know is when you're auditioning for a TV show, you should probably send a video. And that's when videos, all of that stuff was kind of not like it is now, where everything is a video. So now I'm like actually making a video, but back then I did not want to get in front of any type of camera. Isn't that interesting? But anyway, I say that to say, when you go on TV shows, they're looking for a certain type of character. We know they take all type of questionnaires and evaluations, and boy, DeMonte, they saw you coming. And I don't think they expected you to get past the day 1 because you full of shit. Full of shit DeMonte. Let's start with his bio. Child. Pull up a chair. Grab a pillow. You're going to be here for a while. Let's meet Mr. EOS, Elements of Style. DeMonte Mr. EOS Anderson. DeMonte Anderson is the founder and CEO of Elements of Style, an LLC purpose for personal styling, photo shoots, editorials, and fashion shows. Founded in March 2018. DeMonte is an expert fashion stylist from Dallas, Texas, and a graduate of David W. Carter High School. He attended Texas College and Midwestern State University, where he studied business management. I know you lying. I know DeMonte didn't study no business management, because one thing we do know, he don't have no type of business savvy. None. Zero. He became a member of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. Known for his savvy approach to fashion and luxury aesthetic, DeMonte is called upon by a roster of high-profile clientele, taking their unique needs into consideration and creating styles that supersede the expectations. Whew. That's a mouthful. Since the establishment of Elements of Style, he has been a noteworthy leader in the fashion industry, has he? Producing 8 sold-out shows in Dallas and creating more than 500 fashion combinations over the years. Being in love with fashion his whole life, he naturally taken the industry by storm, naturally creating memorable fashion moments for all who experience his gifts. Wow. Using fashion as a form of empowerment, DeMonte has been honored with public speaking engagement for Crave Magazine, Voyage Magazine, LA Magazine, Bold Journey Series, and Dress for Success. Wow. I didn't see any of that on either one of his pages. I didn't see him promoting any of these things. So it's saying right here, but I don't know that it's true. So I guess this is a quote by Judge Amber Givens. As his clientele grows, I don't know whose punctuation, it's a little sketchy. As his clientele grows, DeMonte continues to expand his brand as a professional photographer, published book author, podcaster, modeling coach, and founder of his up-and-coming modeling agency. He has also written and produced several movie trailers and stage plays. Several. In his spare time, DeMonte enjoys singing, bowling, working out, and cooking. He is so grateful for all his accomplishments and will always remember his start at an old Dallas furniture shop where he launched his first fashion show up to now. Knowing that the possibilities are endless, DeMonte is always confident when he says, "Let's connect and I'll create the look." That was a lot. And the girls over at Ready to Love, they said that DeMonte talked about himself a lot. That's what they said. Bet they hadn't read that bio. Bet they didn't have to. Bet he said all of those things that piece of paper said, that whole bio said. Bet you when you go to the click on the shop part, can't do anything. Can't book nothing. Can't book nothing, Mr. I graduated and studied business management. So after all that world-renowned talk, if I click on shop, it says 0 products. No products here yet. In the meanwhile, you can choose a different category and continue shopping. How? I can't. Maybe I can buy fashion show tickets. Can you buy fashion show tickets? Nope. Not for that show. It's over. So the show that he keeps talking about, New York Fashion Week show, those tickets aren't there. What else? Book online. Let's book something. These are the services. Wardrobe styling, starting at $200. Request to book, can't do it. Sorry. Photography, 2 hours starting at $300. Request to book, nope, sorry, can't do it. Event consulting, event planning and styling, 1 hour for $110. What? He's event consulting? Event planning and styling? 1 hour for $110? Well, what am I going to do? Come over here and talk about my party and I have to wrap it up in an hour? Let's request a book. Can't do it. Monte said he's self-taught on everything. I mean, I think that's dope. I think a lot of people are. It's the business part that, people usually get messed up on, but most people don't have the luxury of going to a university to study business management. Imagine that. He sold out all these fashion shows. And then does he mean he sold out like the full house? Okay. So what's the outcome though? Like, he does these shows, he styles for these shows. Well, I guess those were his prices, but you can't book it. Now he said he's ready to, pull the trigger, come up with his own collection. He's ready. And when Shayna asked him, does he sew? He doesn't sew. What he does is he orchestrates how it's supposed to be done. Now, DeMonte here is following 2,000 people plus. Not one of them is a fashion related. No high-end brands, no designers, no Vogue, no nothing fashion related. I feel like if I was a stylist, a young Black man, I would be inspired right now by Jay Bolin because Jay Bolin is styling everyone. DeMonte, you should check out Jay Bolin. I don't think he's a huge manufacturer, but he's affordable. And when I click on his website, when I hit the new arrivals, you get it when you can get it. And I love that. He's got a portion of his fashion is right there accessible to, us. And he's right. He's very hot right now in fashion. No La Roche, no. I feel like DeMonte is faking the funk. Him and Patricia, the first to go, are both fake. Not for the same reason. Patricia's making money over there, so she's not faking that. She's just faking her personality. DeMonte is over here faking an image. I can show you his image. He made a commercial. Want to see it? Here it is. Well, now I know why his credit is bad. He over here spending his money renting airplanes and Rolls Royces to take a picture with. Go back and take that class one more time. Take that class one more time and then see if you have a better outcome. Because you can't make any money if you don't have any merchandise. And I didn't see none. World renowned clientele. Child. One thing he is doing, he spoke a lot about Fashion Week, and I think that's a good investment. I don't know if he needs to be going in a private jet. I did see him taking a picture in a private jet. I feel like it's the same private jet or little plane that was on that commercial that he's sitting in there, take pictures and acting like they're flying out in a private jet to New York Fashion Week. He's participating in a Fashion Week put on by a large program, it looks like. And I don't know what the registration entries and things of that nature are, because I didn't dive that deep. But there is another one in September for Spring Fashion Week, because this week is fall. I would be curious to know what he's doing. He's styling. I don't know, like he's not sharing like who's the designer. There's so much verbiage and information that he's lacking. So maybe, DeMonte, get some education. Hopefully, while you're out there at Fashion Week, you'll learn something and take something home with you. And yeah, educate yourself a little bit with the industry. It's more than just a guy that knows how to buy suits. Worry less about your image and get your money right. How about that? And I don't know, child. Good luck with finding, an old light-skinned chick with wavy hair that wants to help you get your credit right. On that note, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and we'll talk about some more things at another time. Bye, y'all.